So I got some pretty exciting news. We found a parts body. It's gonna give us everything we need to put Ed back together. So Matt and Jamie picked it up in blue steel.
Jamie and I are headed to Modesto.
And we've been driving for like 10 hours.
How many hours of that 10 hours have you been driving?
Like almost 2.
And they're supposed to be bringing it to us, and we can check this thing out. I've seen pictures of it, and it's pretty good.
Woo! She's in a little bit better condition. This is a good parts car. This is the first time Paul's seeing this too, in real time.
Sounds excited.
Well,
Cute. Fits right in there.
it's cute.
That's awesome. All the parts and pieces we need.
What?
Grill.
There's seats?
This grill needs some slight repair.
But
It'll
way better
work.
than what we had.
Yes.
There's been some Suzuki confusion. There's 4 key players. There's the Golden Nugget, which is the subject, or the patient, however you want to look at it.
The patient, for sure.
Who's in very dire, desperate need.
Yep, in stable but critical condition.
Yeah.
So then we've got Suzuki Sidekick, and it's kind of a teal color, green, blue, taking the motor, transmission, and transfer case.
And front differential. Yes.
Lots of bits off of it to make it nice to drive. And then there's a reddish Suzuki Samurai, which is just the springs, axles, or spring purchase, axle parts.
Yep.
We were going to do CJ5 stuff, but the axles that I sourced are just too old.
Their pumpkin was just too big. The frame is so narrow on this thing that the pumpkin actually was going to interfere with frame. Wasn't going to work.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Wasn't going to happen.
And then the 4th player is this parts vehicle, and we want you to understand that we know the sane, logical thing would be to restore this body and put it on Ed's frame.
And easiest.
Way easier.
But because we're sentimental fools, we want it to be as much Ed's original as possible. So instead of a body swap, it's going to be body parts.
And it really may be dumb, but we're doing it.
It is. We're doing it. Ed is not as sentimental as we are. Ed would say body swap for sure. There's been skepticism. I've seen it in Fabrat's comments, and I've seen it in my comment section. You guys think that Ed really knows what's going on, and you must not know how disconnected Ed is from the internet. And he doesn't hear. It would have to come in the form of a newspaper.
So I think we're good there.
I think we are good there.
Well, this is exciting.
I know.
This makes me feel so good about life. I mean, that fender looks a little bit better than the Golden Nugget. Just a little. Look at that. Good work.
Get it back here ways, I can set it down and then pick it up from the side.
Now go down.
Whoa!
You got to back up a little.
What if I just come and help you for a second? It seems like it's on there. I kind of think it's good.
You guys think that's on there good enough?
Pick it up just barely.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, pull forward.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like me and Matt always get into this kind of stuff together.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh. Just hold it up. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it?
Whenever I see a Suzuki Jimny like this, you know what I say? I say, would you look at that?
That's looking good. We own it now. That ain't going nowhere.
The keys to this car in
Yes.
that glove box.
All right, what do you think about the frame?
Oh,
It's tiny.
It's
is what
tiny.
it is. This thing's gonna ride better than it did. Way better. I mean, Eric was pretty much on the rocker panels the whole time coming out of there, so that was a hard judge.
He loved every second of that.
Holy crud! I want out!
There was a couple seconds he didn't, but. So I'm gonna have motor, transmission, transfer case, and fuel tank mounted this week. That's the game plan. Hey, pup. Once this thing starts going together, it's gonna go together really fast. I've had 1,000 people ask me, how come you haven't sandblasted the frame? Are you not gonna paint it? We are. There's just so many things I have to mount on here still. It's a waste of time to do all that right now. But I enjoy this.
Yeah.
This is something I really enjoy. Tearing something completely apart and putting it back better than factory made it and making it work. I like doing that.
Custom application for Ed.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to get in and out of this a lot easier.
It's going to be about perfect height when he
Yeah.
sets in it. Everyone wanted to know how come I didn't cut this out and put this across. Because the bumper's going to go across here and it's going to tie all of it together. There was no reason to cut the frame apart.
Yeah.
Everything's coming together, boys.
It is.
It's coming together.
I can't wait to drive it.
I know, it's going to be cool. Well, let's go do this.
Saying hello to one Suzuki and goodbye to another.
Yeah, this is going to be, I can't see any reason this is not going to work.
Oh, God.
Jamie, if I dent the truck, I'm sorry.
We've got dents in this already, so we're good.
Yeah, nobody did it though.
Nobody did it.
Nobody did it. I think if you don't take it on the freeway, that'll ride.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to back up like a senior citizen. I'm not even going to use the mirrors or nothing.
Yeah.
This is a little bigger than the Jimny.
Not much.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I think it's good. We'll probably have to tie a flag on the ball here.
Oh, look, there's another dent.
This is like one of those old truck commercials.
So Paul says this is like one of those truck commercials in the 70s and 80s where they load a truck on another truck and then drive up a road, a really, really bouldery, rocky road at an unreasonable pace.
It's a manly man's truck.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, hold on. You're about to break my arm. Or maybe that's me.
And you laugh about it. How's your arm?
Not broken.
Good.
She'll ride. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll ride. That's only ever happened to me a couple of times where it didn't ride. It was a derby car.
Oh.
Those don't count. It may have rolled off the car and off the side of the road or off the trailer, and I just pulled over there and winched it back on the trailer, and away we went again. I'm looking forward to every piece of this build except the bodywork.
I can't wait to leave all my troubles behind me here.
Well, I think I'm thankful. I don't know yet, but we'll get this sucker put together. We got lots of work to do now. All right,
I'm out. I got a
you
call.
later.
See ya. All right, I'm up and at 'em bright and early. I got to get the old Golden Nugget in the shop, and we're gonna put some steering on it. There's my mock-up steering box. We'll get that bolted on today. Warming my forklift up so I can move it in. It's got a big fire ripping right there. We're warming this place up. It was 22 degrees this morning when I got down here. It's nice and cold. We're gonna get after it and get some stuff done today. Let's get by the fire and warm up again. You might notice I'm hobbling a little today. And my arm hurts. It's because I'm an idiot and thought I could go play basketball with some young kids for the turkey tournament. They have an alumni tournament where everyone that graduated goes back and plays. I supposedly retired, but I got conned into playing. Paying the price for it now. It's fun, but not that fun. Okay, so my brother James, oh that's son. There we go, my brother James. It's Thanksgiving weekend, so I got family everywhere. James down here helped me today. We're gonna get this steering box setting right there. That's the plan. This is gonna have to get cut off. And then we gotta put a steering pump right here somewhere. So today's goals are steering box, exhaust, and fuel tank. If I can get all that done today, it's gonna be good. So here we go. All right, so we're using a Toyota steering box off of like mid-90s-ish stuff. Right in that area is where she's gonna need to go. Something like that, maybe. I guess I can make that work. Gonna be kind of tight. Not much room in this thing. Ooh, that was harsh on my shoulder. Getting too old to play basketball, I can tell you that. That's not gonna work, man.
No, that's gonna hit no matter what.
That's not gonna work. When it turns, it's gonna hit the leaf spring.
Yes, it will. It'll be right in the spring.
It is not gonna happen. Wah, wah, wah. Why can't stuff be easy? Maybe I'm gonna have to use the sidekick box. Put it on the inside of the frame right there. Ooh, it's gonna be
It's
tight.
still gonna be tight that way.
Well, I'll call Matt and see if he wants to pull that box off, because that...
It's not gonna fly.
No, it's not. I'll set it over here out of the way. All right, so I thought we were gonna tackle steering today, but we're not doing all of it. I got Matt stealing the steering box off of the sidekick that we pulled the motor out of. So what the deal is the Toyota box would mount over here. The sidekick box will mount over here. So it's gonna give me more clearance on the leaf spring, all that area down there. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna tag team this. James is gonna throw a timing belt in it, and I am gonna start on the exhaust portion and get the header on it and get it plumbed down. Then we'll start putting a gas tank in it. Get going on it. All right, so I told you last time that I was gonna build a header for this. I lied to you. I got on the old eBay and started cruising through there and found one that looked like it was exactly what I needed. So I ordered it. It was $80, and I'm like, man, I can't even build that. Even if it's not right, I can cut it apart and have all the pieces for $80. So that right there is what they shipped me. We'll go ahead and throw it in there and see what it looks like. I think it's gonna fit. It looks proper. That goes to there. Yep,
Like that.
like so. Oh, yes, sir. I'll show you what I got going. So if you can see the gap right up here, if it's gonna tighten up, it's gonna hit right here. So I got to press, and we will smash that thing a little bit. It's gonna fit right in. We'll bolt it up, and then we can start building exhaust out the back. She's tight, but it does not hit. The way I built my motor mounts, it shouldn't flex. We should be good. James, he's got this tore apart and ready for a timing belt to go on it. We're getting things happening. Everything's going good, other than the steering box. Got some stuff done, as you've seen. Timing belt, it's timed.
Done.
James got that handled, and I got this header handled. We got clearance down between the frame. If you can see all that, there's a good 1/2 inch everywhere. So header's on it. Now we're gonna start backwards. We're gonna get the gas tank put in it now. We gotta cut some stuff off we're not gonna use. That mount, this is coming off. We'll get the sidekick gas tank setting in here so the fuel pump's right. Then we're gonna drill and tap that. Gotta drill the end of this because I'm putting a slip yoke eliminator on it so I can run a Toyota drive shaft. We'll get that stuff done, then we'll be able to build the exhaust out the back. We'll have some progress done today. So it's gonna be like unto really, really close. We might be able to set up from the bottom side up and get it to fit. We're gonna cut some brackets off and see what we can come up with here to make it fit. Setting in here, we gotta go out and do some measure taping and see how far up off of this the floor is. We're gonna have, I think, enough clearance on the pumpkin. We'll go to that point. Alright, so I've been out, did some measuring. It looks like that there is 1 1/4 inches from the top of the frame to the body in between these two. That's how much space I can have this tank sticking up 1 inch above the frame right here. So that's what we're gonna go with. It looks like we can make it work. We're gonna end up getting a little creative over here on this filler neck. We're gonna have to notch this pipe, or notch the frame, put a pipe in it, but that's not a big deal. We can do that. I think we're gonna be able to make this tank work, which is way better tank. It's already got fuel sender that works with our dash we're putting in it. The fuel pump works, and we know it runs this motor. So that's why we're sticking with it. And it's double the size, so you can put fuel in it and go forever. So that's the plan, we're doing it. So what we're gonna do is, this is gonna be my mount. I'm gonna come across the top of this. We're gonna come 5 inches and bend it up. So it's gonna come across, up, 45 into the frame, weld it in, then we'll drill it, put a bolt through it. It's gonna be pretty simple, but effective. It's not enough. See what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's what we're after. Nobody eats for free. Well, except those two, and it seems like they're eating for free. I'm putting him to work. He's building the back piece back here. It's gonna come straight down and over with clear across and back up. So he's building basically the same mount I'm building, just a little different.
It's gotta be better.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, my other brother's in the shop again.
Daryl.
Yep, Daryl or Ben. But it's Thanksgiving, so family's everywhere. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like right there. So we'll copy it on this side. James, he's got this back one built. Sort of ish.
So just like that.
Think you can weld that 1.5 inch gap on this side?
You're a welder. You can weld it.
We'll make it work. Shoulder don't work today. All right, one down. So I built this piece the other day for my FJ, and it wasn't right, but it's right today. So we'll just notch that out, set it in there, cut it off, and it'll be perfect. I like it. I'm not sure who the guy was that made plasma cutters, but he was a freaking genius. You are not kidding. I don't even remember how bad life sucked before I had one, but it must have.
It must have been bad.
Yeah. All the hacksawing and grinding and torching that we did. There you got it. That's
was
the
tight.
ticket.
I remember that.
That's the E-ticket place right there. That's all clearanced out. Fuel tank mounts are in. Gonna be a little close back here, but I think it's gonna be okay. Old Dar showed up. He's had his all the fun he can have at the pit today.
Yeah, so we'll come here and sit in the chair.
That's right. We'll have to get a fire going, get him warmed up, and then he'll be asleep.
Yeah.
We just got this thing back in the shop. We are gonna set it on here and check some clearances out. We're just looking around. Look at that. Colt from Bleepin' Jeep left his mark on it. Didn't notice that before, but there it is. We're gonna hurry and unbolt the front clip off of this, and then we're gonna pick it up and set it on this and see how everything clears. We're to that point right there. You bleeding to death over there?
Another one. There's no rust on this thing.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a little tight, like I knew it was gonna be, but that's where it needs to set. I'll show you. 4-wheel drive shifter, right where it needs to be, coming up through the floor. But you can see down in there that each side of the tunnel is gonna have to get stretched out 2 or 3 inches, but that's not a big deal. I can do that fairly easy. As far as this is firewall clearance right here.
Yeah, there's.
So I got firewall clearance, everything's looking good there. Steering with header stuff might be fun, but I'm gonna tackle that when I get to it. Yeah, we're winning this battle. It's coming together. So fuel tank is gonna fit, everything's looking good back there. So things are coming together. 31s are gonna fit pretty fair. As you can see, it's gotta come down a little bit right there, like 2 inches still. It's got to sit down, but fender well clearance, we're going to have enough. Body's got to slide forward 2 inches, it looks like. We're gaining. This thing's actually going to work out really good. Body's setting on it. It's going to work out awesome. We've got good clearances between firewall, that. We got enough room to put a radiator in the front of here. Things are looking up. So it appears taller than it really is because the body is setting up 6 inches off the frame because it's hitting the transmission right now. So it's gonna be lower than this, but everything's gonna clear. I was halfway worried about my hood and this clearance, but it's gonna work. So
It's looking good.
things are coming right along. Next video is body work. I mean, I got the frames basically, other than steering, I got to put a steering box on it, but Matt is bringing that up to me because the one we had, like you seen earlier in the video, didn't work. We're about ready for the part that I've been dreading. I'm not a body and fender guy. I'm a demolition derby guy. I just beat it with a hammer, weld it together, and crash it. But this has got to look good, so I'm going to learn how to do this. Hey Ed, we got a bunch of work done on that thing. What do you think? Is it looking good? He approves.
Thanks for watching.